The Governors wrap up a 3-game road swing and start Ohio Valley Conference play on the road at Richmond, Kentucky against the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. With head coach Kirby Cannon and coach, Ohio Valley Conference play always brings a different level of play. Talk about the emphasis you've placed on OVC terms with this team.
I think as soon as the Vanderbilt game was over and we had our say as far as what went right and what went wrong in that game, we immediately go over to an OVC mentality, and it gives the kids a chance to get re-excited. We're 0-3 but we're 0-0 in conference, and Eastern Kentucky's a team that we respect a great deal, but we played them very tough until late second and first half, passed down the field, and so our kids are going to be ready to play.
Talk about the progress this team has made. You've got, as you said, the non-conference schedule over with. Talk about the progress you've seen on both sides of the football headed into OVC play.
Well, I think defensively we're about where we thought we would be. I've thought from day one that our D-line was going to give us a chance to be a good defense. But we haven't been able to sustain the type of performance that we've had in the first quarters and the first half into the second half, and there's a combination of things because of that. Offensively, I like where we're going offensively. We're still not where we need to be, but our offensive line is beginning to come together. We're making fewer mental mistakes up front. That gives us a chance to do some good things because I think our skill kids are good. I think our wide receivers, our tight end, our running backs, I think are all OVC level players that have a chance to go out there, and any one of them, could have a breakout game and put us in the winner's circle. But until that offensive line kind of gels and gets some experience, there can be some bad moments.
You talk about all OVC level players. We're playing the defending Ohio Valley Conference Offensive Player of the Year this week in Dyshawn Mobley. Talk about what you've seen on film offensively and what Mobley brings to that offense in the run game.
Well, I don't know if they've used him as much in these first two games. I think the Valpo game was a mismatch. They turned around, the next week, and maybe it was a mismatch on them with North Carolina State. So they haven't overused him, and I think that's a good strategy when you have a premier back like that. Is his carries need to come in OVC play, his carries need to come in playoffs, those type of things. But he's outstanding. The rest of their team is solid. Eastern Kentucky brings 22 starters onto the field that are all capable of being good OVC players. So if you beat them, you've earned it. And I think that's how they want it to be, too. They're not going to take a lot of chances on offense or defense. They're going to try to control the ball. They're going to try to get you into predictable down and distances on defense, and then they may get a little more exotic. But a lot of respect for them. They're very, very solid. They're who we want to be in a year.
And the Governors will try to earn that first victory of 2015 this Saturday on the road in Richmond, Kentucky. For Let's Go Peay and for Coach Kirby Cannon, I'm Brian Rives.